It's the Cable
Well, I'm a big Emrakul head, but I've drafted a lot of Emrakul lately. Maybe it's time to Nadu, huh? I haven't Nadu'd in a bit. You Badger Mold a strip mine earlier? Nice. Yeah, I played a Bug Legacy deck to try out Badger Mold Cub, and it was playing Quad Wasteland, and that was kind of sweet. So you could take Verdant Catacombs here and just angle towards good mana. I'm going to take the Malevolent Rumble, because it'll help me piece together whatever Nadu combo I end up with. It'd be kind of sweet if the Uro Wheels too, huh? Good one to bin a bunch of junk in the graveyard. Why is Leovold not as popular anymore? Pretty much every old... I mean, so Leovold costs a restrictive amount of mana, right? You have to be bug colors specifically. It used to be like a nice draw to bug. But now there's like Narset, Hull Breacher, fucking Orcs, Shieldred. Like there's a lot of cards doing that shit where you don't have to play 3 colors. Leovold's still good, but it's hard to justify. Should I play Ouroboros? I feel like I have not played this card much at all. That halfling's so delighted. Props triggers Nadu. As does Ballista, I guess. Coming together kind of clean. We still don't have any Nadu combos, but I think we'll get there. You think they could bin Leovold? I think they have. I think they've cut him and brought him back. Sorry about the yawn. So the tracker kind of leans towards a landfall type deck. It helps us cut green, but I don't know if I'm thrilled about it. I think I'd rather have Skydiver for the sideboard or Odawara in the main deck. I was having Odawara. Hey, Lightning Greaves. Well, that's the best combo with Nadu. Green's got a lot of like incidental combos too, like Bristly Bill Cub, that sort of thing. I saw this band play at a Metal Fest in Germany. And they were one of the bands that like just isn't going to come to the States very often. So it was one of my draws, one of the reasons I justified flying to Europe for a metal festival. It was funny because all of the bands that I was excited to see there, all the locals had seen a bunch of times, so they like weren't that stoked about them. And they were all excited about the American bands that came over that I got to see all the time. Elder and such. But seeing this band live was an experience for sure. Almost spiritual. I think spiritual is a good word for it. They put all the fucking spotlights on the lead singer / guitar player, and then have all the people like with the cool instrumentals like just popping off in the background and just jamming, just enjoying themselves. Whereas he's like a focal point of a light show, sort of. And there were a lot more people in the crowd. They were really jazzed about him than I was expecting. Odd band to try and turn someone on to. So they kind of just have the one song, but I think it's really good. You think Ascension's a combo with Nadu? Is it? What's the combo? He's like Earthbend 2 or something, right? If you copied a Mockingbird on the stack, Mockingbird cares about the amount of spent to cast it. So if you copied it, you would just get a 1/1 bird. Landfall put a counter. Doesn't it need to have like 4... Isn't it like a weird quest thing where like it does that eventually? I don't think I've seen that happen. It's not just like automatically does that, right? Like you have to do the thing first. Yeah, I don't think that's a real combo. I think that's a fake combo. I will simply play my 3-drop, and then 4 turns later, then turn 7, my Nadu will trigger. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Just hold on. Just you wait. Earthbending on a land does not trigger Nadu unless the land is already a creature. You remember how highly I picked the 4/4 flying vigilance land? Is now it's just not so good. The colonnade? Yeah, I still want it. I still want it in my blue-white control decks, of course. But you're right that like back in the day, like cards like Tar Pit and Colonnade were high picks because they could just win the games on themselves sometimes. And now it's kind of rare that that happens. I think I'm just grabbing a fetch, huh? Just grabbing a stinky fetcheroo. 1 stinker, please. You're at Wan Shi. I've been really impressed with the 5-mana Wan Shi. I like that card like a lot. I've been having so much fun with it. Definitely my favorite addition to this cube. Real fun, pleasant surprise. How did I decide between the red and white fetch? People are less keen to play white, green, so it's more likely to wheel. It's not gonna wheel, but you know. Also could help me splash a Minskin Boo that I opened in pack 3. There's not a ton of white cards I want to splash. Maybe a Swords. So there's 3 cards here that appeal to me. There's a Skull Clamp, there's a Dismember, and there's an Ursine Monstrosity. Dismember actually solves a problem for blue-green of just not being able to kill anything ever. So Dismember goes from being like kind of bad in other color pairs to being actively good in blue-green. I'm gonna take the Clamp though. It like does the Nadu thing of like pay a mana, trigger a thing, get a Nadu card. On top of just being good with the rest of the deck. Yeah, the Hedge Maze is tempting. Just more good fixing. Fetchable too. I'm gonna grab the Time Warp. Time Warp's a way to, like, after you draw your deck with Nadu, it's a way to convert to the win. That's not just miserable to have in your deck anyway. Kind of a crazy late 4th, in my opinion. 6 is okay. I'm gonna take Preordain. You think Stoneforge would be a decent white splash? Oh, to get the Greaves more consistently. Yeah, interesting idea. Hey, we got the Cradle. Pretty good Cradle deck. Reclaimer can go get it when it's good and such. Nissa can untap it. Our biggest miss, aside from power right now, is actually Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill combos with Nadu, and then also combos with Nissa. In a way that Cub does not. You feel like you value cantrips too highly? Maybe. There was a long time where the cube was like starved for cantrips. And it felt like every deck wanted them, and everyone was fighting over the same 2 or 3 cards. Thinking about Pilgrim versus Caryatid. I guess I just want Pilgrim. A little bit more mana efficient for the guy's Cradle. Displacer Kitten to reset Nadu. Huh? Not huge on Malcolm, but maybe it gets better in a deck with Lightning Greaves. Yeah, the Ancient Tomb's tempting, but I'm gonna grab QB here. Well, we got Monstrosity Bang. Yeah, I mean, Dark Depths would fit with the Reclaimer and Lightning Greaves and all that. I think I'm fine being focused around Nadu. I guess I'm grabbing Force of Vigor for the sideboard. I don't think the Swords of Plowshare's splash is free enough. Or Vamp, right? We have a Colonnade and a Horizon Canopy. Well, maybe. I'm actually gonna grab Wan Shi. Love this Oko pickup. I was talking a little bit about being weak to creatures earlier. Out of blue. Blue-green in particular. You're not like removal colors. So that's one of the reasons that I grabbed Wanshi kind of aggressively. And then Oko also can answer opposing things. Arwen's another one you'd wish they'd drop. Arwen's like actually pretty good. Folks just don't want to draft green-white. If I was banned here, I'd play it for sure. Yeah, I was hoping for another green combo card with Nadu. The green sun can find us the Nadu, but it can't find us a combo piece. Speaking of the Bant Splash, someone suggested Stoneforge earlier. We have Greaves and Skull Clamp here. Just the 2 white duels. So there's another white duel. I think I want Chariot, though. Chariot's sweet with Greaves and triggers Nadu. I've had green-white be stipped before, and it's done really well for me. In particular, Parallax Wave just solves a lot of problems for green decks. And I think at that point, Weather Wayfarer was in the cube, so I was using it to 2 different guys' Cradle. It was kind of cute. Badger Mole Cub is pretty sick here. Just a really nice guy's Cradle card. Yeah, Tez finding Clamp is not that exciting. It's not enough reason to run a Tez. I guess Tammy is sick with Time Warp. Yeah, that little bit there sounds like a didgeridoo. On their band website, they don't have any of them playing the didge, though. But the large flute that he plays is open-sided, and when you play it like a flute, you're like doing something along the edge. I kind of wonder if he's switching between playing the flute like a flute and playing it like a didge. But I don't know how to find that out. Have I listened to Slomosa? Seems like they'd be a good fit for me. They don't sound familiar. I could check them out. Is there a track or album I should listen to? Have I tried asking him? I have not. Hunt him down on social media. Oddly late Tez there. Biggest hope from Pack 3? Well, Pack 3's done. Like, my biggest hope right now is that we get into deck building sooner rather than later. Pack 4, Pack 4, Pack 4. Nine blue's probably plenty, That's probably plenty. Wheels or snakes, however you refer to it, where like the first seed takes a card, and then the 8th seed takes 2 cards and it switches directions. I forget the name. You just heard it call it snake. It was like the normal way to draft with Rochester, right? I haven't Rochestered in so long. I remember watching it on Pro Tour coverage. It looked insanely slow. Oh shit, we got a song request in here. Appreciate the $6.90, Master Mike. Song request bait successful. Yeah, get baited. This is Slamosa Horses. Oh, I think I've heard this track. I think this is on my my Stoner Rock playlist. You're right, though. I do enjoy them. If our shit lives, then next time we can clamp up the Ouroboride. Really get things growing. I think I added one other track by them recently, but I think I've literally only heard the 2 songs. Battling Guns is good too. Sick. Oh no, my Skull Clamp. I'll fire Battling Guns up after this one. Do. I played a discard spell. We gotta get this Tameo in here. People always miss the Tameo passive. It might be better than Mockingbird if they're not playing a creature deck. You want Mockingbird to like be able to copy your stuff and the opponent's stuff, right? Image is a little bit better against blue black because they might just like reanimate a Grizzlebrand or something, and you're like, okay, now I've got one. Whereas Mockingbird can't really do that. Do. I'm trying to fetch out a basic forest because I'm a basic, basic boy. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the concern was they killed Noble Hierarch and then Wasteland me, right? My curve's a lot worse without that Noble Hierarch. That's all I'm saying. Could be better. Stock up is indeed in the cube. Would Hull Breacher be too busted in Modern? Probably not. Hard to imagine a 3-2 being too busted in Modern. Like, trick as to whether to Hull Breacher here or do it on their turn. I guess I'll do it in response to the draw spell or connive triggering. We could get got, though. Glad I chilled on it. So the Consider is probably still going to bin a card, because that still gets them closer to their win. Our issue is our hand doesn't really beat them, just like drawing for 5 turns and playing, and just casting the Oracle. Maybe if we like, oh, they left on top, interesting. Maybe if we play Bear into Time Warp, that could be enough damage. There's a lot of damage. Yeah, they just lose here. Need one more turn. Oh shit, I got my other turn. See if this resolves. Oh. Wow. Wow. The Hull Breacher carry. The Hull Breacher fucking carry. Oh my god. How many times have I time warped my opponent? Lifetime? Maybe once. Well, I guess we'll try on this mono green hand. What do we think? Can this beat the Sandwich King? think that's also probably one Red Ferret, and that was a long time ago. I guess Mindslaver hasn't been in the cube in a long time. Was it not possible to Nissa and Time Warp just now? That is an aggressive Solitude. I mean, if the Time Warp resolves, you just win. I don't think it's great to get too cute. Potentially get, like, dazed or something. The Samwise, of course, explains the aggressive Solitude because I got it back anyway. How have you liked Ouroboros? It's alright. I don't think I would have it in if I built a cube, but that's like part of the fun of cubing is seeing other people's choices and such. Got me. We know they have a Solitude, and they're probably gonna Solitude the Nadu, assuming it resolves. But maybe that means I get 2 Nadu triggers here. Yeah, fun tune. They're gonna at least make me pay for my trigger. Only 3 mana, not enough for Ouroboros. Guess we'll just pass in. That's an annoying answer. But now they have 2 cards left, one of them Solitude. If I sack the Eldrazi spawn to play the Nissa, floating with Cradle, of course, and then leading a Forest, I could have played Ouroboros as well this turn. Yeah, I guess they didn't have a stop set, so they didn't Solitude the Ouroboros. Technically speaking, like, it's good to clamp the Ouroboros so that everything gets larger, but that was like, we know that they have a Solitude in hand from earlier. Am I a wearing a hat outside person? Yeah, I'll trade. Interesting. Coming for that ass, Sandwich King. Interesting trade. More cards, more! Yeah, I'm typically not much of a hat person, but I also don't particularly like getting sunburned. There's some festivals I'm planning on this summer. Where I'm thinking about getting a sun hat for them. And by thinking about getting, I mean, I ordered a sun hat. You want to see it? I literally ordered it last night. How many months until Wisconsin sees the sun again? Yeah, right? Oh, did I click the wrong? Let's see if view my order works. That's not a good picture. Oh, this buy again button. I'll just fucking search for the. This was the hat that I just purchased last night. I thought it looked like actually useful. Was my main goal. Like I wanted it to actually have a wide enough brim to keep the sun off my face, which was actually difficult to find. A lot of places that have like good looking hats are just like front, and I didn't want to buy like a cowboy hat, like an expensive leather thing. I wanted it to pack really well. This seems like exactly that, right? Like it seems like it would like fold up real nice and then actually keep the sun on my face and be lightweight and breathe. I need that. I sweat so much. I need something super lightweight like that. Anyway, looking forward to trying it out. For the second half of my review, straw hat. I thought about a straw hat. I thought that sun hat would look a little bit better with my battle vest. Like it's like metallic colored, right? And my battle vest is, black. Nothing wrong with a straw hat though. I did consider it. Let's talk birds. I like fucking talking birds. Giving Wan-Chi signals, it really is, yeah. Straw hat's also harder to pack, yeah. You got an old man sun hat like that for playing tennis last summer? Nice. Caleb D. Luffy. Yeah, Luffy hat. Pretty solid too. I guess I'll attack. Interesting. The dream here would be this Ocelot Pride. Producing copying Eska's Chariot tokens. Well, it doesn't look like that's happening. Opponent is down to their last card, which hopefully means my things get to do their thing. Ayoko is not very good against this pile of shit they have. So So I need to draw a little something else here. The bird clone would be good on their Solitude. Hey, a little something else. Yeah, the Hull Breacher is face up, so I don't think it's amazing to just like pass with it. Better to get the Oko doing stuff, I think. Very awkward to turn a Clamp into a 3/3. Awesome. Now we can just amass value behind our wall of planeswalkers. Note that Otawara could bounce Skull Clamp if I wanted to have a Skull Clamp again. Oh, fun, they're trying out Katara. And then next turn, I think Oko is going to make the Noble Hierarch a 3/3. And maybe they're trying to bait me into using that. Or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just finish this matchup, huh? Maybe I'll just finish this league. Feels fresh on my mind. I'm actually going to keep this hand. A little loosey-goosey. And then I'm not sure whether to Badger Mole or Greaves onto. Probably Greaves. Will everyone leave if I play a little bit of black metal at the end of the stream? Probably. You won't mind while sipping on your Mexican Coke? Be careful with those. Dangerous. So you could Badger Mole Cub with the Wooded Foothills to get an extra land drop. I think I'd rather just Cub into Malcolm. A good day to you too, Order 9. Lorien revealed bidding. A Zerta deck, interesting. Image doesn't carry Lightning Greaves very well. Badger's funny with Nissa. Yeah, those lands tapping for 3 mana. Lysurge has played Nadu in decks that couldn't trigger it and still had to be great. Yeah. I mean, it's scary. People want to kill it immediately. And you're just always getting your value off of it. Just a 3-4 against the non-interactive decks, of course, though. To the surprise of no one, they had a counter. Kind of a brutal one, because it's giving them a pile of mana, but it just gives them underneath the library, at least. Malcolm needs like 4 counters. 4 or more counters. Not that there's anything super exciting to cast for free in my deck. Well, that's how you test him, Salty Rutabaga. I have some sympathy for that. For wanting to test the new cards out. How else are you going to find out if they're good or not? Badger Mole, I think, is a weird one to get, well, weird about, too. Just, like, pretty clearly good. So in an ideal world, we'd get this Tez off the board, and then it couldn't tutor for, like, Ballista next turn or something. Who knows if that'll be possible. Hell yeah, Matt, man. Love me some birria burritos. Yeah, I agree, Woodard. Big agree. I'm a fan of like being willing to test new stuff, but then after you test it, be like, okay, well, moving on. Vivi adds red. I think our best bet here. I mistapped. They have 2 infinite mana payoffs, so we can't remove that aspect, but we can remove their second source of red and hope they just can't cast it. We can try to kill this Tez. In case that was useful. Well, there's the infinite. Now what can they do with it, because they've got Zerta and then 1 card left in hand. The hope here is that they don't have anything too impressive to do, and they just have to like crack a Mind Stone and pray. You're wondering if anyone has been to those live Magic events. There's one in January. You're wondering if it's something normal people can get to. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they can. Anurak. You can double check on their websites and stuff. But I'm pretty sure those are like SCG run events where, you know, they're playing like events. I think they have events of like different types and stuff that people can jam. I'm probably the worst person to ask because I haven't gone to one. I'll be going to my first in a couple months. We're talking about the SCG regional championships, but it's like wrapped up into something else. You're talking about the one in Portland, right? Oh, the Green Sun Zenith shuffled in 2 more spirit tokens. Force of Vigor looks good here. That's some good eats right there. I'll cut Mockingbird. Didn't look like they had much to copy. What was lethal? You missed it. We just tutored up Nadu, and we had like 10 creatures in play, and the opponent conceded. We were going to draw our whole deck. I was showing this album to my wife on a road trip. Just driving down to Chicago for some show. And I was like, man, I really like all the like fun nature sounds and like birds and stuff. It was pleasant, just a pleasant tone. And she looked down at the track title and she's like, Caleb, it's called The Earth is Weeping. I'm like, no, those are happy. I can tell the difference between happy birds. They should have gotten different birds if they wanted. Right, can it win? I wonder how many tokens we could have made. Because maybe you get Gaia's Cradle out too. Kind of dig Cub. Do I dig a second blue source? Not quite. Just because I don't have anything that can currently use it. He almost sounds like a neo-folk track. Six mana. Ballista for 3. Pretty exciting. I guess they couldn't have quite just won. I think they were a single mana away from just having a win there. Putting the Ballista to hand, jamming it, making infinite mana, and then killing with Ballista. Or putting Zerta to hand, sorry. Oh, I guess it was 2 mana, Because it's not 1 mana to untap Grim Monolith, it'll be 2. Had they just put Zerta to hand last turn, they would have super won. This turn, they would have just won the game already. Makes sense to want to slow me down a little bit, but I think I would have gone for the Zerta line. I am not Scott. For a lot of different reasons. The main one was last year was pretty rough, and I wanted to trim some stress from my 365 year. Was a very hard decision. I think I essentially have like a turn here. To find a second blue source for this Wand Shame. And have that target the Ballista, I think. That's funny. My best stream ever was when I tried all those bottles of booze. I have no idea what you're talking about, but from the sounds of it, that sounds pretty normal. Yeah, it doesn't narrow it down. Oh, the one. Will I be mocking chat for suggesting bad lines this year? I would never mock chat. I'm too nice. I'm too soft at heart. Well, hot diggity. Third trophy of the day. Yeah, the deck played out pretty clean, huh? As always, you have to, like, run well and have the opponents run poorly and